Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Greg Zuerlein's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mahomes now on 1st down.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he was able to get in there and make a great play.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb, because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A carry for the fullback. This is Mike Burton. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. And this is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got Burton here. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hill. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The give is to Elliott, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. There's a nice move. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. A throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0.
Chiefs 14, Cowboys nothing. Harrison Butker, the kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Prescott now. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Steps away. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives, and it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Mahomes. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 21-0.
Chiefs 21, Cowboys nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
A dump off to Elliott.
He could only get a yard after all that. It's second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
This is intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Pollard to return from the end zone.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. On 2nd and a yard, Prescott connects here with the tight end Blake Jarwin. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Prescott now from the 50. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. 53's the mic, 53, check 53. All day, dog.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Pollard to return from the end zone. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Prescott to throw this time. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
They go to Elliott again. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Power running by Zeke. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he stopped immediately there.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. 10th carry now for Elliott. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. A give to Elliott. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Zeke Elliott able to find his way in from a yard out. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout.
Here we go.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. That catch good for only a couple.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Edwards-Helaire now off the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. On play action, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his second touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. Prescott on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That ball is caught. It's Gallup, touchdown Cowboys. Zerline now for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. Steps away to his left, and he wisely will throw that one away. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on third and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first and 10, Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Great touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper with his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
This one will be taken by the up man inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Mahomes going to throw it here. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
To throw, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starter's telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Now Dak. Into the hands of Cooper. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Dak. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
To throw is Mahomes. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage. And it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Prescott. It's complete. And he will not get into the end zone. The defense makes the stop of the game on the two-point try, and they might just get out of here with a win after all. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cleveland Browns. The former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here, right?
The NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll start by running the option to the right. First down and more for Jackson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared, but I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 3.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson on the move to his left. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
That is definitely what we call a defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson. When you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Throwing on 1st down. Dobbins sliding out of the pocket. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Patrick Ricard there to make the grab. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 2nd and inches, Jackson flush to his right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play there on the keeper.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Ravens will extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson going deep here for Watkins.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
60 yards.
And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. And this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson buying time to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up. The Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Wentz now on 1st down. They'll check this one down to Taylor. A nice little juke. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Wentz going to lead for Taylor on the option. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And that is incomplete here.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And this is going to depend on forward progress. But they're saying no, he didn't get there. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rutt. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Bobby Okereke, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
To try again after the sack.
Hurts. He'll fire it deep for Rager.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Rocky Sin.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. That is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
From his end zone, it's Wentz on 3rd and long. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hines. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now Wentz.
Finds Hines again for the completion.
That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at that 18-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Colts nothing.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Wentz going to throw. He's got Jack Doyle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Escaping the pressure. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz to the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 41. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now a give to Taylor. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Play action. Now Wentz. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw, it's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both these teams making their final halftime adjustments. We're just about ready to get back to football. So for the call of the 2nd half, we get back up to Philadelphia and Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Taken at the goal line. lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
They go play action with Hurts.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
2nd and 16.
Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
Going deep here for Watkins. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
But DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Got a man complete. This is Richard Rodgers. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to have it here just past the 25.
Nice kick.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So after the INT, here's Wentz.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Taylor. And they'll get this down to the 10. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
On first down, it's Taylor, and he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's first and goal. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. That ball is caught. It's Doyle. Touchdown Colts. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Eagles 7. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for the Eagles.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They run with Sanders off the option. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
From the 27, Wentz. It fights him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Javon Hargrave. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Back to throw, Wentz. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Indy. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. On the handoff, Taylor. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Wentz to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you talk about making winning plays. That is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia